We've established a taste now for silence, taste for solitude, even extended periods of it, like a day or a week. And we have begun to experience the releasing of some of our preconceived belief systems about who we are, how people should treat us, that are largely cultural. And we picked up from, you can see, you read the papers nowadays, how different people react in different parts of the world with their cultures. So now you're sensing beyond all these cultural expressions, this deep sense of oneness or of solidarity with everything that God has made, because He's in everything that He's made, and everything manifests, whatever it is, something of the divine, or it manifests His intentionality. And so one begins now to serve others and to serve God by accepting what happens. In other words, if it happens, well, it must be God's plan. Or He can fix it, or He wants to do something I don't understand. So you stop resisting what happens beyond the reasonable point of taking steps, to heal it. Or in illness, you go to a doctor, but then the doctor misdiagnoses you. What are you going to do with that? See another doctor. At some point, you come to the end of doctors, and you have to say, "Dear Lord, I guess I'm supposed to be sick for a while," and so that's it. So to let go into reality is part of the fruit of centering prayer, and you can tell whether this practice is really helping you if you see a greater inner freedom developing, where you'd like it to be this way, but you're no longer blown away if it doesn't happen. Life is full of losses. And this is, the first sense of loss is painful. But as your perspective on who God is keeps growing, you know that whatever happens is God has got it in hand and is making use of it to bring people into His love and to heal them. You can trust God. I don't know about other people. Depends where they are. But if you can trust them, it's because God is in them, loving you through them. So service is God in us, loving God in others. So it's God who's relating more than us. And we don't have that direct knowledge yet, but when people say how much you've helped them in some situations, do you think that's you? Well, that it's through you. God is in you, who has always been there. It's coming alive, is activating, is coming into the conscious world. And enough people are allowing the inspirations of God. That is to say, your service, your relating to others is coming from a heart place, not just your calculating risk of what this person can do for me. Then I guess simplicity is the union of action and contemplation. So one begins to perceive God in other things that don't look at all like God, but somehow you know that this divine energy is there, and sometimes you can feel it or you sense it. But you don't embrace it because it's enjoyable only, but because it's true. And the capacity to relate to God covers every human relationship that you can think of. Daddy, mommy, older brother, older sister, aunt, uncle, sibling, best friend, soulmate, beloved, spouse, unity. So unity is the realization that God is all in all, as Paul mentioned. And this is the freedom that centering in prayer is going to. It's all there for us right now, under just one condition. Accept it. To surrender to what is, in every form that isness may take, in principle. Then the Spirit will suggest what to do with particular circumstances and so on. The love of God is something you can rely on. There's no doubt about it. And it just gets stronger and just takes over more and more aspects of our life. And then your prayer is not only a prayer, but it's a companionship or a unity that is it's unimaginable to us when we're starting out. So, have I left out any of them? That covers them. Okay. So, the only advantage of thinking of them once in a while is to remind yourself that your prayer is a relationship. It really is most meaningful as a you might say, as a spousal relationship, or even beyond that, as a non-dual experience of reality and of God. In other words, you know God within you more than you know yourself. And you know that we are more God than we are ourselves. And the thing that needs to be changed is our convictions and our preconceived ideas that are cultural. I'm not speaking of those that are genuinely revelatory of God. But I think we have to face the fact too that in some ways even revelation has been deeply influenced by culture at times, that somebody needs to separate. That's the work of theology, I would think. So let's take a few minutes just to relax into this presence within us that doesn't require us to do anything at this moment except to be. Just to be is greater than action.